Okay, so everyone that has Cash App, you can go to your Cash App. I'm gonna give you guys just a little bit of time to do that. The great thing about Cash App is that it doesn't matter whether you use your bank account or your debit card, they will give you instant access to your Bitcoin. So we're gonna put in how much Bitcoin we want to buy. And for the people who don't know, you can go to the little house right here if you need to check and see what you have linked in terms of your accounts. So you see where it says linked accounts. That's where you can see what accounts you have set up, your debit card, which is at the top, your bank account, which is the second one, and also a Visa card, which I have on the bottom. So you can see everything that you have that is linked here. You can choose which one you want to use here, but with Cash App, you have to delete everything and just use the one that you prefer to use. Now we'll just go and buy right now. So in order to get back to where we need to go to, I'll just go back there. So here we go to the Bitcoin symbol on the bottom. For some of you guys, you have a squiggly line right there. Is the Bitcoin sign right there. So you want to tap that. It may say Sats or Satoshis. You can also change that. I know that's coming up because they did something new with Cash App. I'll show you that really quickly and then we'll get on to buying. In your settings right here, you want to go to Bitcoin, the blue Bitcoin right here where the B is. And this is only if it says Sats, because Sats we don't really, it's harder to understand that. So you'll go here, right there, and you'll change it to that option if need be. Okay? So now we'll get out of that and we'll go back to Bitcoin. And now we'll enter how much Bitcoin we want to buy. And in order to do that, we're going to click buy. It's pretty easy. So I'll click buy. And then you can put in one of these amounts that are here. You can put in a custom amount. I'm going to buy $10 worth of Bitcoin. Let me go back one step. So I'm going to buy $10 worth of Bitcoin, and then I'll click next. I know some people are new and they might not have caught that. So next is right here. So you'll click next after putting in the amount. Then you click next. Now you'll put in your PIN.
If you are doing this the first time, your password would be all zeros if you have not set up any password on your Cash App.
So guys, after you put in your PIN, you want to click confirm. Okay, you purchased 0.0036228 Bitcoin. Okay, so now you want to click done. And that is my Bitcoin that is there. So now what we want to do is we want to take this Bitcoin and go to the next step. Simple swap. And you can open that in your browser, and that is simpleswap.io. I'm gonna give you guys a little bit of time to go there. That is simpleswap.io. I'm gonna give you guys just a little bit more time. And while I'm giving you guys some time, what you're going to do here is select Bitcoin, which is already there. And then on the bottom, where it says you get, right here, you're going to put Tron. And the easiest way to do that is by tapping on the screen right where it says Ethereum right there by you get. then you will simply type in TRX. Once you type in TRX, you'll pull up Tron. Okay. So once you do that, you want to send the amount of Bitcoin that you'll be doing the conversion with. So in my example, I'm going to go back here to Cash App and see how much Bitcoin I have here. So all I have to do is scroll up here to the top, and it says $9.90 Bitcoin. And what you have to do is you have to convert the amount of Bitcoin that you want to change. So right now, currently my $9.90 is right here. You can scroll down the screen. See, once you scroll down the screen, it says Bitcoin owned right here. So it says 0.0036752. What I'm going to do is 0.0003, which will give me a little bit of wiggle room just in case of any charges, okay? So now we'll go back to SimpleSwap. And in SimpleSwap, right here, you want to put the amount, I'll do that right now, 0.0003. That is the amount I want to convert. So we'll just wait for this to populate. Okay, it is now populated. So right here, now we have to enter the recipient's Tron address. So that's right here. So we go there and enter the Tron address. And how we do that is we go to our Klever wallet. So I'm going to give you guys a bit of time to get to your Klever wallet, and I'm going to go to my Klever wallet also at the same time. So what you want to do in your Klever wallet is right in here where it says search coin. You want to put TRX. That would automatically populate Tron. So you just type TRX, and as you can see, Tron is populated. You'll then tap on Tron and wait for the Tron wallet to open. Okay, so now the Tron wallet is open. You'll let it load according to how slow or fast your phone is. And after it loads, you'll go here to where it says receive. You tap that. And now you want to copy this address. In order to copy that address, you just go here to this symbol, which is like 2 pages. As if you're copying, you would click that, and as you see, it says copy to clipboard. Now that you've copied that, we're going to go back to SimpleSwap. And now in SimpleSwap, we're going to paste right here, where it says enter recipient's Tron address. We're going to paste that address. After pasting that address, we're going to click exchange right below the address. And we'll wait for that to process the exchange till we get to the next step. Okay, and as you guys see on the screen right here, it says send your BTC to the address. So we're going to send our Bitcoin to that address by clicking right here. Again, it's another 2 pages that give you that copy symbol. So I'm going to click that, and then you'll get the check mark, which means you have copied it. So from there, we're going to go to where we have our Bitcoin, which is back in Cash App. So I give everybody a little bit of time to get back to their Cash App. And remember, so in this process, we're going to send our Bitcoin to the address where SimpleSwap said to send the Bitcoin. So again, we're going to press this arrow or airplane symbol. And once we press that, we're going to click where it says send, right here. And now we're going to enter the amount, 0.0003, and then we're going to click send. And I noticed that the address is automatically here. Let me just double check it by pasting that in there again. It's automatically added in this version of Cash App here. So again, make sure you put in your amount and then hit send. It's automatically here on the bottom already. So you want to just tap this arrow right here. If you have this version, if you don't have this version, you'll have to hold the screen for a couple of seconds and paste it in. Okay. Then I'll hit next. And now it says, please confirm your withdrawal of 0.0003 Bitcoin to this wallet address. So before I confirm that, we're going to look at the first 3 letters of this address and the last 3 letters and numbers, just to make sure that this address is correct. I'm going to go back here to Simple Swap, 39B FSP. So I see the first 3 and the last 3 are correct. So now I'll return back to Cash App, and then I'll click confirm. And then I'll have to put in the PIN again. It says you initiated a withdrawal of 0.0003 Bitcoin. So then I'll hit done. And now my process is done. So I'm going to take you guys back to Simple Swap for a second just to explain something to you guys. Okay, so right here it says waiting. So the next step will be here. Then it will say confirming. And then the next step will be here, where it will say exchanging. And then the next step will go here. Once we get here, it will say sending. And then once it gets to this check, that means the process is completed. The process usually takes 5 to 30 minutes most of the time. Sometimes it'll be a little less or a little more, but around that time frame is what it takes, 5 to 30 minutes. So once it gets to finish, they'll all be blue like the waiting sign. So that is the process of using Cash App to do the conversion. Once that conversion is done, it will end up back here in your Klever wallet. So once it comes in your Klever wallet, you'll see this, received. And how much you received. So when the process is completed, this is what you'll see over on your in your Klever wallet. And of course, you will see in your amount of Tron, you'll see a difference there. All right. So what we'll do from here is we're going to do the same process for Coinbase. So let me go over to Coinbase, and then I'll walk you guys through that. Make sure you open up your Coinbase right now and give you a little bit of time to do that. So hopefully everybody's in their Coinbase right now. So when you get to Coinbase, it will open in your home screen. And this is the home screen. And you should see your watch list. For some reason you happen not to see your watch list, you can click on your portfolio, which is right there. But before we get to doing any purchasing here, In Coinbase, I want to give you guys a little bit of notes in terms of buying on Coinbase. You never want to buy with your bank account. Again, I'm going to say that again, unless you're buying a huge amount and you don't mind waiting. Because once you buy with your bank account, they will hold your Bitcoin for about 5 to 7 business days. So if you need access to your Bitcoin right away, you won't have access to it. So I'm going to start the process of actually buying Bitcoin here on Coinbase. So again, you could just do it from this screen. If in some apps, I know it's a little different. If you don't see it or you can't do it here, you can always go right here to where it says portfolio, and you can click that, and that'll take you to your Bitcoin also. But since we're here, I'm just going to click Bitcoin. And after clicking Bitcoin, what we want to do is we want to scroll down the screen. And once you scroll down the screen, you can click trade. And once you click trade, you want to click buy Bitcoin right here. Click buy Bitcoin. Now, once you're here, you want to be very careful that you are choosing the right way that you want to purchase your Bitcoin, whether you want to do it from your bank account or your debit card. What you do is there's a drop down that you don't actually see right here right away, but I'm going to show you guys where it is. So right here, there's actually a drop down. So you want to tap exactly right there. And once you tap that, the drop down pops up. So it allows you to see which way that you're buying Bitcoin, whether it's from your bank account, which we're not going to use that. So I'll go back there. Or whether you're using cash. If you're using cash, that is cash that you have on Coinbase itself, meaning that you put cash from your bank account in there, or you sold some cryptocurrency and that cash is residing on Coinbase. What we're going to do in this particular case is use my debit card. So I'm going to click my debit card. So now we know for sure that we are using our debit card. So now we're going to purchase $10 worth of Bitcoin. So once you put in the amount of Bitcoin you want to purchase, you want to click preview buy. The blue button on the bottom. So if you're fine with the preview buy, which I am, you want to click buy now. At the bottom of the screen, the blue button, buy now. Successfully purchased 0.00033,102. If you notice, there's a slight difference between how much Bitcoin I got on Coinbase and how much Bitcoin that I received on Cash App. Cash App, I received a little more because the fees are a little less on Cash App, but there's some cons and pros to that. The fees are less on Cash App, but you have a limit on Cash App. So if you want access to high amounts of cryptocurrency, you can't do that on Cash App because you have a $2,000 a day limit or a $5,000 a week limit. So that is the con of using Cash App. But the pro is that you get it quickly and it's less expensive. So now we're going to click view account here, right there. Okay, my balance went up from about $26 to $35. So now we know that our cryptocurrency has been purchased. The Bitcoin is there. And I can also scroll down to where it says Bitcoin and tap where it says Bitcoin and look at how much Bitcoin I have there. So I'll scroll down the screen to see that, and I'll tap Bitcoin again, and there it shows us $10.45 worth of Bitcoin. So now we're going to go to Simple Swap. So here we are back in Simple Swap land. We can also see the progress that we've made. So now Simple Swap says sending. So that means it's actually in the process of sending what we did earlier with Cash App. Now, once that check mark is blue, the whole process has been completed. What I'm going to do now is open up another page with Simple Swap. So again, guys, where it says Bitcoin is where you want to put in your amount of Bitcoin. And we know what mine is, 0.0003. And then on the bottom, where it says you get, you want to put in Tron by tapping right there. Once you tap right there, you put in TRX. And it automatically populates. And it'll do the conversion for how much TRX. So now what we're going to do is we're going to go to our Klever wallet. So everybody go to your Klever wallets. And in the Klever wallet, we're going to select the receive address again. Okay. So we'll tap that. And then we're going to copy the address in the same manner that we did earlier. Once you tap it, it says copy to clipboard. Now we're going to go back to Simple Swap. Again, guys, we're going to go back to Simple Swap. And right here where it says enter the recipient's Tron address, we're going to put the Tron receive address there. Simply by holding the screen, putting your finger on the screen for about 1.5 seconds to 2 seconds, and then clicking paste, we now have your Tron receive address there. So now we're going to click exchange, which is right under the address. And again, we'll wait for that to process. And again, it gives us a send your BTC address, which is right here, just in case someone missed it earlier. And what we're going to do is we're going to click these 2 pieces of paper, which is the copy symbol. Okay. Now that we've copied that, we're going to go to Coinbase. So we'll go back to our Coinbase app. I'll give you guys a little bit of time to get back to your Coinbase app if you're going through the steps also. Okay, and you want to click the arrow or airplane. I usually call it an airplane. You want to click that. That's to send. And you want to put in your amount. The great thing about Coinbase is you can select the amount in Bitcoin or dollars. So in this case, we're going to do it in Bitcoin, but I'm going to show you exactly how you can do that. So you want to click right here. Once you click right there, it gives you the option to change this to Bitcoin. So I'm going to change it to Bitcoin because I have 0.0003. So you would put in whatever your amount of Bitcoin is. This is my current amount. And then once you put in your amount, the next step we know is to click continue at the bottom of the screen. And here it says view contacts. No, not now. We don't want to do that. So we'll just click not now at the bottom of the screen. And here it asks you to enter the address. So that address that we copied earlier, we're going to put our finger on the screen for like 2 seconds and paste it in. And then if you want to put a note, for some reason, if you want to save the note, you can put a note right there just to let yourself know where did you send your cryptocurrency. After you do that, you will click preview send. Okay, so now that we're here in the preview send, again, we want to check the first 3 letters and or numbers, and to make sure the Bitcoin address is correct. So now we're going to go back to Simple Swap and just look at the address there. So now I've done that. I'm gonna go back and check and make sure that it is correct. So now we go back to Coinbase and the address is correct. So now we're going to click send at the bottom of the screen. And of course, now we will click done at the bottom of the screen because we have completed the transaction. So now we're going to go back to Simple Swap, and we're going back here just to look at the Simple Swap page to see what has been done there now. So this is the last transaction that we just did. So it's still in the waiting section. What we're going to do now is look at the one prior and see where that's at. So this is the one prior. So now it's finished. So this is exactly what the screen will look like once you have finished your Simple Swap transaction. And as you can see, it also says your exchange was completed. So now we can go to our Klever wallet and just see the finished exchange. So we pull up our Klever wallet. I'll just hit the back symbol to go back. And as you can see, it just populated the new amount, which populated right here. So that is the new amount of Tron that I have in the wallet. That's the Tron amount. Under the Tron amount, you'll also see the US dollar amount, okay? All right, so that is the complete training of how to buy Bitcoin and convert that Bitcoin to Tron and then send that Tron to your Klever wallet.